What's going on, guys? We just wrapped up the video on the ZT Elite. We got that thing decked out, loaded with all the accessories, the bagger, pretty much every option you can put on that thing. And now it's time to put that bad boy to the test. So this backyard is absolutely destroyed. I figure we'll do a separate little video here, putting this thing to the test, doing a full-on cleanup out here and seeing how she does. So let me show you the machine and then we'll dig right into getting this backyard cleaned up. So here's the ZT Elite, looking good, running good. We brought this thing in off of Facebook Marketplace. It was just a stock unit, had some running issues, wouldn't idle, wouldn't rev up. I just assumed it was probably a carburetor related. So in that video we go through everything. It ended up being valve adjustments in the long run, and we got that thing all tuned up, did a full service on it, mounted all the accessories, front hitch, rear hitch, counterweight system, the back rack system, the huge 21 bushel bagger, the big blower. All of this was all gathered off of Facebook and then put together to make this beast of a machine here. So now it's time to put this baby to the test. So the yard's pretty rough. A lot of wet leaves, a lot of overgrown areas like this. Hopefully there's not too much stuff hidden in all this mess. I don't want to bang up them blades too bad. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Probably gonna start by getting the blower out and pushing a lot of these leaves and stuff this way. Hopefully the camera's doing it justice. It's almost full leaf cover. Trees are that one's got some. Let's say they're about halfway there. Ugh, hate it, hate losing all the leaves. Big mess over here. So, and this is all like dirt. It's kind of a dirt road here, so I think what I'll do is get the blower out and then shoot all of this stuff onto the grass. Then we'll use the bad boy to suck it all up from there. Probably dump it into the trailer and get it spread out on some of these trails to cover up some of the rocks. All right, let's get into it. Well, I'm not sure if the camera caught that, y'all. We got a big problem. Oh, this ain't gonna be good. So, first off, I'm on a cliff. Second of all, I sucked up a zip line, bro. Why? I told myself, I said, don't go down that hill. There's probably stuff on that hill. Bang, just sucked up a freaking zip line. And she's all up in there. All up in there. What am I gonna do now? I see part of it sticking out right there. Dang, man, I hope it didn't get like sucked into the blower or anything. So we got to get this sucker out of here. Dang, this isn't good. I guess let's go get the C-Force and see if we can maybe hook the winch up to it. I don't even know where I got it though. The bagger on there. I don't have the tow hook anymore. Maybe I can get in on the frame somewhere. But either way, let's go get that. We'll hook the winch up to it and then see if we can release the hydraulics and slowly pull it back off this hill enough to get under it. Oh, what a nightmare. Tension on it. What a nightmare. Alright, let me see if I can get the deck up and then release the hydraulics. All right, I guess let's pull the blower. Okay, next, get the belt off. And this just comes off with a pin. Let me get you guys up in there. Take a gander at that mess. Oh my. That's so bad. And geez, I don't even know where to start. It sucked up like 50 feet of cable. I mean, that's crazy. There's a turnbuckle in there and everything. I think the easiest way to do this might be to just drop the whole spindle. Jeez, please. Alright, I guess let's try that. There we go. All right. Would you look at that, guys? That's not good. Alright, I guess let's just start trying to unwrap what we can. Yes, I'm aware it'd be easier if I just pop the blade off. But I don't feel like doing all that. I have a feeling once we get a few twists out of it, it's gonna come undone pretty good. looks like that. Blade looks fine. All right, let's get this sucker back on there. Ow. Back in business, guys. Everything seems to be fine. Blade seems good. Well, we just got this little chunk here around the old tool area. So let's hit that and we'll be done. clean. It's not pretty, but it's cut and the leaves are picked up. So I'm not sure what's in here right now, but that was 2 dumps before this, so almost 3 dumps is what it would have taken. Which, that's not bad, man. It's a big area, and that was, those leaves were over a foot deep. All over here is nice and clean. What y'all doing? Whoa! Bro, you're a creepy dude, man. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video on the BadBoy ZT Elite and its bagger system and all the other accessories we put on it in the previous video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. That was pretty cool. We serviced the whole machine and mounted all the accessories that we could find for it. Got everything off Facebook, had a really good deal on the whole thing, and so far so good. The machine is an absolute beast. Overall, it did really good. Right before we sucked up a zip line, the grass was really heavy and wet over there, plus a lot of leaves. I did see it slow down through the tube a little bit in that area, but it never clogged. And as soon as I just slowed down a little bit, it pulled everything through the tube and we were back in business. So no complaints from me whatsoever. Normally this takes me like most of a day to get all this cleaned up, and I got blowers and baggers and all kinds of things going. This was way easier. I was able to just blow everything into the middle from the areas where I can't run the machine, and then just suck everything up. Here in the middle, it was over a foot of leaves. So you probably saw how I had to kind of keep grabbing into it and scooping them out of there. If I just went full bore, it was just bulldozing them. So with the deck at 2.5 inches, you kind of have to be a little strategic on how you get them under there. But didn't clog. Everything ran really good until we sucked up a zip line. Don't do that. It's not good. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this week's video. Like I said, if you guys are into this kind of thing, drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.